Welcome to another unboxing here in the Songbird Studios. It's Vinyl Ventures, and it's been a while since we've had some stuff to open, but I got this probably 2 months ago, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to open it for you guys. Now, this is the 1991 Van Halen album for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. This is vinyl, this is CD, this is Blu-ray. And the Warner and Rhino has ignored the Sammy Hagar era of Van Halen for a really long time. Nothing's been reissued, nothing's been remastered, nothing's been re-released, and it's started. There's only 4 albums with Sammy, so they don't have a huge amount of things that they can do. But this is probably their biggest album with him, and we're going to take a look and see what's in this thing. And I'm just going to dig into the plastic right now. I don't have a knife with me, and it's probably better that way. But this is, you guys get to see how I like to open records. I usually do it from the top, and then I'll pull that stuff out. This beautiful rectangular hype sticker is going to be set to the side because I keep that stuff. And then you have this beautiful cover of this album, and it's this originally, I think this was a different material on the original design for this album, but this is basically a zoomed in picture of leather with the Van Hagar logo and the silver for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge on there. So let's open this up and see it in all its splendor. Oh, that's very cool. That's really neat. Oh, it's kind of like a triple. Can we see all this? We'll move it around. I remember this artwork from the CD. These are the pictures of the dudes in the studio. Here's some stuff I haven't seen. And then you have your DVDs and your Blu-rays in here, which is a kind of a cool setup too. I think it's cool that these record companies are starting to bring CD and Blu-ray back into these releases, because really, my generation is the generation that got to experience all of these things throughout their lives. So let's just, let's see what's in here. I think, if I'm not incorrect, we have the booklet here. And the cool thing about this is there is a show from Dallas in 1991 that they included. So on disc 1, we have the original album remastered. Hopefully, can you see that? Yeah, that's good. Disc 2 is Rarities and Live. So there's an organ version of Right Now, instrumental version of The Dream Is Over and Right Now. There's a guitar version. Then there's a Live at the West End Marketplace in Dallas here. And the set list from that is really great. This booklet is really chock full of a bunch of pictures, and we'll just quickly flip through these. This really takes me back, man. I was 15, 16 when this came out. Is that right? 91? I was 17 when this came out. So I was headlong into my fandom of Van Halen, and if I've never mentioned it before, I was on board with Sammy coming in. He came into the band at the perfect time because his solo career was at its peak. And they played at Farm Aid together, he and Eddie, and then he joined the band, and history was made. Oh, this is cool. Here are 45 sleeves in here, and you have some CD sleeves for singles. Man, there used to be a huge variety of music being released physically, and now everything's just all digital and downloads. This is my kind of stuff. You're seeing design ideas for the album and pictures and layouts. You're seeing some of the different pics that Eddie used. It's very cool. And this black and white photography in here is just awesome. I've really never seen any of this stuff, so it's kind of crazy to think that this was, 30, 34 years ago, but it was. History was made in these days. Here's some shots. I think these are photos from the live performance that's included in this. So the booklet is very cool. The fourth side of this, let me get the other record out and show you guys. I was a little bit on the Hagar albums collection. I was not super happy with all the packaging and the labeling of the records, but here you have. I'm sure these are all design cues from the original album. I didn't have this on vinyl when it came out. I bought this on CD when it came out, and probably had it on cassette too. So you've got side 1 and 2 here. Side 3 has the live show on it, I believe, and then there's an etching on side 4. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully, oh, look at that. Look how cool that is. Really neat. A lot, just in case you don't know, if they release albums and expand them, sometimes they don't fill up, 4 full sides. So a lot of times they'll do these etchings, and I just think that's really, really cool. You're not going to be able to play anything on the turntable right there, but that's really neat. So this was a landmark album for this group, and probably spelled the beginning of the end for Van Hagar. Just a couple of years later, 5 years later, Sammy will have left the band, and Van Halen will move on to its third singer, Gary Cherone. I'm going to scoot this over so we can see this stuff. So we have the original album remastered here, and then we have rarities and live. So you've got those single and instrumental versions of the songs. And then the Blu-ray has the live performance in Dallas. So this is a beautifully done package by Rhino. This is ideal for folks who originally maybe bought these albums on cassette or CD and then listened to them that way, moved into the digital age, and then maybe started collecting vinyl again. So we really love opening these things and showing you guys what is in these packages. I don't know how to close this. I'm a little confused, but yeah, here we are. Van Halen for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. It's probably, like I said, it's probably actually the band's biggest album overall, but certainly the biggest album that they did with Sammy Hagar. We want you to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and give us some ideas for other box sets and other collections that you'd like us to see opened. That way you guys can look at them before you spend your hard-earned money on them. Until next time, we'll see you next time around.